Hey, what's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raiders Review back again. Today we're going to be going over the 2020 schedule. I'm going to give you a prediction for each game, what I think the outcome's going to be. We're going to make the playoffs or not. I don't know. We'll see. Got me sounding like a rapper. Hold up. All right, first things first, let's get into it. Week 1 against the Carolina Panthers. Now, this team's lost a lot of assets, man. I think we go to Carolina and we whoop that Panther ass. This is a no doubt for me, man. I think this is an easy win to start off the season. Roll into week 2. We got the Saints at home, our home opener. I don't know if there's going to be people in the stands by then with this whole, Big C situation. I'm hoping so that the Raider Nation can show out. And I think if so, we got a good chance to beat these Saints. If it's a neutral playing ground, man, this is going to be a good game. So this one could go either way, but I think I'm going to take us here. It's the home opener. We're hungry, and we got to beat them Saints. You know what I'm talking about? They always asking who that going to beat them Saints. I'll tell you what, these Raiders going to beat them Saints. That's for sure. Nah, man, in all seriousness, these Saints is a great team, and you never can count out Drew Brees. I think our defense is much improved, and we might be able to stop him and let our offense take care of business in that first home opener. Going into week 3, we got the ever tough Patriots heading into Foxborough. It's never an easy win, but this is a different team now, guys. No Tom Brady. They lost a few pieces on defense, and that offense has not been good. Especially last year, they were not good. And you put in Jarrett Stidham to lead the offense. I just don't see it happening. I think we come out of Foxborough with a W. So if all goes according to plan this far, we are sitting at 3-0. In good position. Week 4, we got the Buffalo Bills hosting in Las Vegas. Man, I'm not going to lie to you. These Bills scare me. I think they're a pretty dangerous team. They showed out last year. I think we take the L here, man. I think we go 3-0, and this is our first L. And unfortunately, I think it might start a little bit of a losing streak for us. We got the Chiefs away in Arrowhead, defending Super Bowl champs. They whooped our ass 2 times last year. I think we definitely come out of that one with an L. So that puts us at 3-2 heading into the bye week. The Raiders historically haven't been great after a bye week, but at least we'll get some rest, have some time to prep for the Bucs. And then we go into week 7. We got the Bucs at home. Now this one's interesting. We really don't know what Tampa's going to be. We know that they have a lot of talent, and I know that defense is pretty underrated. You put in Tom Brady, you put in Gronkowski. We'll see what happens. This one could go either way. I have us taking the L, and now we're sitting at 3-3 after the first 6 games. And it's not bad, not at all. Especially since I think we might go on a bit of another winning streak here. We're going away to the Browns. The Browns are a complete mess. They got a ton of talent, but they just can't seem to get it together. I think we go and we beat the Browns. And then last year, the Chargers, man. What can I say? We dominated the Chargers last year, swept them. That felt great. I think we're going to do it again this year. I do not trust in Tyrod Taylor. I do not trust in Justin Herbert. I think they have a ton of talent, but, it can only carry you so far without a quarterback. So I think we come out of week 9 in LA, which is basically a home game for us if there's fans. If not, it's neutral. I think we come out of there with a W. And we're heading into week 10. We got the Broncos at home. Now, the Broncos are a team that I think got a lot better this year. Sneaky better. And I do expect them to be much improved, but I think we got a lot better. So I think we're going to take that win. I don't know if I trust Drew Lock yet. A lot of people are saying he's the next thing. A lot of people are saying they're going to be a 2-14 team. So we'll see. I do think we come out of that one with the dub. And then week 11, Sunday Night Football. This is a big one. At home against the Chiefs. Now, we know the Chiefs are no joke. This one, I really want to say that we're going to win. I really do. And I think it's a possibility. But I do have us taking the L. I mean, I just don't think that we're at that level yet. They're too good. And they're not just talented, they're coached really well. If you look back at the second game between us and that last season, they had our number, man. They were absolutely all over our offense. We had no answers. They had all the answers. It's like they had the cheat code, man. They were dominating on defense. And if they're dominating on defense, Patrick Mahomes is going to do his thing. So as much as I want to see us take the W here, I really do think we come out of Week 11 with a loss. And here's where things get real interesting. Going into Week 12, we're sitting at 6-4. And there's a real shot we could win out. And that would put us at 12-4 to finish the season, which might even be good enough to win the division. But that sounds a little too good to be true. I know the Falcons kind of had a weird season last year, and they looked like crap. I don't think that they're a bad team. I think they're going to come back this year and be a lot better. So I do have us taking the L here. I see this as kind of not necessarily a trap game, but in the same realm. I think they're a good team, and I think they might be underestimated for what they did last year. This one really could go either way, I think, but we are away. They got home field advantage. They got Matty Ice. I think he comes back and has a better year this year. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. Moving into Week 13, big time revenge game against the Jets. I mean, we absolutely went out there and put up a stinker last year, and that was hard to watch. I don't think there's any way in hell that we let that happen again. I think we come back with a vengeance, and we absolutely put a spanking on the Jets. At this point, heading into Week 14, we're 7-5, looking to make a playoff push, and I think our schedule is pretty favorable at this point. We got the Colts at home. We already handled business against them last year. I don't see that they got that much better. I think that we're a lot more improved than they are, so I do have us taking the dub here. Moving into Week 15, another primetime game, Thursday Night Football. And I said it earlier, man, I do think we're going to sweep the Chargers again this year. I don't see them really putting things together this first year. I think Justin Herbert might be starting by now, and I do think he's going to struggle in this first year that he starts playing. So I think this is an easy win for us in prime time, and it's going to look great for the Raiders. And that'll put us at 9-5 heading into the last 2 weeks of the season. And I think we're definitely in a playoff position at this point. The thing is, the Dolphins got a lot better. They added a lot of pieces. And I do think Tua is going to start. It'll be Week 16. I think he'll be in form a little bit. So I do think this game could go either way. I think these Dolphins are going to be pretty good next year. I do have us taking the win here. It's at home. It's a first-year team. They're going to be putting things together as well. So I do have us taking the dub. And if we do pull out the dub against Miami here, that puts us sitting pretty at 10-5. And I think at this point in the season, with the expanded playoff bracket, they're adding another team. I think 10-5 going into Week 17 is probably good enough to have already clinched a wild card spot. And I think it's going to be a wild card spot that we're going to have to fight for. I don't see the Chiefs doing any worse than 11-5 this year. And even if we do roll into Week 17 and beat the Broncos, I mean, the Chiefs will have the tiebreaker at that point, and they will win the division. So I think it's wild card or bust for us. And so at this point, I don't see Week 17 mattering too much for us. We might even sit people and rest for the wild card weekend. And plus, going into Denver is never an easy game. I mean, we saw that last year. It was a mess of a game. They ended up winning. So that would put us at 10-6 to end the season, which again, I definitely think that's good enough to get a wild card spot at the end of the year. When John Gruden first started coaching the Raiders, it took him 3 years to turn it around and get to the playoffs. I think the same thing happens here again this year. I think he takes us to the playoffs in his third year, and I don't know how we're going to do in the playoffs. I don't know who we're going to face, but I do see us as a playoff team. And at that point, I think we can put the Derek Carr talk to rest. I think he will solidify himself as our starter and our future quarterback to be. But just getting to the playoffs will be huge for the organization. First year in Vegas, a lot of talk around this team. You know, people are doubting us. But I do think this is the year we go to the playoffs and cement our place in the AFC West as a team not to be messed with. Leave a comment down below, man. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you guys. Is this our year, or are we going to finish in the middle of the pack again? Let me know. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more Raiders news and film breakdowns. And this has been a Raiders review, man. Peace out. Much love to the Raider Nation. Go Raiders.